No, absolutely not. No, I'm a huge technology person. Just like when mapping technology came out, some of the old guys were like, "Oh, that's going to ruin fishing." It's just going to change fishing. So you got to, roll with the technology as it comes. How do you ban and how do you stop technology moving forward?
No, it's just technology moving on. We just need to keep less. We don't need to catch less.
I don't think it should be banned. I think it's a tool, and I think there's still so much more to learn about it. And there's secrets out there. Do not think for a minute that you can drop it down and you're just gonna freaking slam them. You don't. And these fish are smart, and especially in an area like Minnesota, we have so many lakes that are weed-driven lakes and grass-driven lakes. I've had it on my boat all summer, and I'm a big bass fisherman. I don't know, I found that it's almost hindered me a lot more than helped me, so.
Not banned, but restricted. I like the idea of reasonable, I'd say fisheries-based reasons to limit its usage to avoid exploitation. I don't like the idea of banning it outright.
By the time you pass the legislation through, it's going to be something new or something different. I mean, it's a game changer with some things. It's not with other things. It's just another tool. And the thing is the people to watch out for, the people that work really hard at fishing. I don't care if you have a peg with a stake on the end of it. If you work really hard at fishing, you're going to catch fish. And if you don't work hard at fishing, nothing you're going to buy is going to change it. So if you go sit on a bucket, throw one hole, think a fish is going to swim by you because you have forward facing sonar, good luck with that. So I don't think it's the end all be all that we wish it was. Is it a tool? Absolutely. But the people that are catching fish before forward facing sonar are the ones that are catching fish before.
No, I mean, here's my take on it. I totally understand all sides, sympathize with all sides, listen to all sides. But once again, it comes down to us as anglers on what we do with this technology. I have bodies of water that I could go catch the biggest crappies in that lake tomorrow. But I choose to not keep the 10 biggest ones in that lake tomorrow. I let them go. It's no different with forward-facing sonar. We choose to exploit the tool. The tool doesn't exploit us. So from my perspective, no, use the tool for good. It has helped me become a better angler, understand the fish, understand the behavior. But like I said, I know better. I'm mature enough to not exploit the tool and over-harvest or take fish I shouldn't. So at the end of the day, it comes down to us on what the tool does to the fishery.
Forward-facing sonar, no, it should not be banned. I love it. It's the best. It makes ice fishing so much more exciting. You learn so much, and it's just a fantastic tool.
100%. Get rid of it. As long as I get to keep mine, we'll be good.
Good question. I've used it, but I won't buy one because I don't want to put my head in that computer all day. I'm sorry, I'm old school.
Very good. No.
Very good.
Well, I could talk for hours about that one, Darren. We'll have to connect at some other time.
2 hours later.
I would say tournaments, I think you should be able to use it pre-fishing for tournament because all you're doing is looking for fish. If you're gonna just harass a fish long enough to either catch it or like you're starting to see in YouTube videos, people snagging fish, yeah, you're taking some of the fair chase out of it. That's like having a gun mounted on your trail camera and going, oh, the deer's there now, boom, got him. You still have to catch the fish, but fair play. Enjoy the outdoors, enjoy catching fish, and because if you just know they're there all the time and you can just go catch them all the time, it gets a little boring. So keep it fun.
No, don't need to ban it, and this is why. We got to be stewards. We shouldn't even have to lower the limits. Just be stewards. Don't be, if you're really good at it, don't be a pig. And people who get to fish a lot should keep less fish, really. And that's what I've instilled on everybody and every organization that I've been through and all my past histories, even some of the other colors when I was at those places. Keep smaller bluegills. If you're going to eat fish, pick the fish that is the most prolific, like jumbo perch. They're the corn of fishing. There's a cornfield of corn, they're the corn. Well, anyway, so let's be ethical about it, but it's a learning tool, and at different times, whether it's tournaments, maybe take it away for one day and let's see what happens. Flip-flop, I think it's cool, and for me personally, it makes my day go really fast. In the past, I didn't get to see that stuff. So there'd be days that it's slow. I'd look at my watch thinking it's 3 and it's 10 a.m. and it's just dragging. Now, I look up and I got to get going. And that's how it is, because you're seeing fish all day. And there's more fish in a lake than you think. And, you know, I could live without it. But, you know, when the AquaView came out, there was the same talk. When the GPS with map chip came out, there's the same talk. When fish houses were designed to be on wheels and be on a lake for days and days and days, there was talk about bad. It's not bad. Get everybody out fishing. Fishing is better than sitting on a phone or sitting at home.
No.
No.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
People are saying.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great tool. You got to use it right.
No, I don't think it'd be banned. I can say that wearing the civilian hat and even the resource professional hat. Within the agency, there's not any talk about banning it either. I think when we talk about places that have changed limits, I think the example that's been brought up recently has been in the state of Mississippi, where there's some very specific crappie reservoirs that forward-facing sonar is very effective on. But I think what's worth keeping in perspective down there is the former limits were 25 fish, 30 fish in a bag. That's quite a number of fish. So was that a reasonable bag limit? Kind of comes down to those things that we don't like to touch in the biological world of fair chase, right? I mean, how many fish do you really need? So in Minnesota with a 10 fish bag, I think that's pretty reasonable for a lot of folks. You have an opportunity, and I think you know, we're paying attention closely to these important fisheries, and we would see if there's an impact. So, I mean, I just have heard it too much in my lifetime as an angler, where it's you know, before my time it's Loran, then it's a GPS, then it's the little green box, then it's a Vexilar, then it's the internet, then it's chat pages and forum pages, then it's social media, then it's the Lake of the Week and outdoor news. There's always been a boogeyman, so I mean, go out and enjoy those. That's what makes fishing fun. So no, I don't see a future where it gets outdated, eliminated or banned. Heck, I even remember being in high school, and there was talk in the legislature about Minnesota's own AquaView and Jeff Cernov's invention, the underwater camera, and banning that. So sometimes there's always a knee-jerk reaction, but there's always plenty of fish. They're resilient, they're hardy, not concerned about the use of electronics.
Forward-facing sonar, should it be banned? I don't think it should be banned. I think it's here to stay. You know, we've always adapted to technology. We've always brought on technology. They're going to have to watch things, make sure that our fish are surviving and we get good populations of fish for sustainability. But I think that we'll do that okay. Some days I wish it was never here. Other days I marvel at the fish behavior and what I didn't know. Very interesting. But the fact that it's here, it's not going to go anywhere. Most tournament circuits have adopted it. I think it's here to stay.
I'm a weird one to ask because I actually just got into forward-facing sonar now, like last week, as you asked me. And the only reason I'm going to use it is for guiding panfish. I don't really agree with it for tournament fishing, and it has completely changed the game of fishing altogether. But change is necessary, change happens, you roll with it. But I myself, I'm still probably not going to use it in my boat, but I'm getting old. And I can't drill as many holes anymore. So if I can cut down the amount of holes I have to drill, I'm going to utilize it. So
I haven't really put any thought into it. I don't own forward-facing sonar. I don't feel like it should be banned. I think all along we've been coming out with more and more technology. One thing, so this is my own private thought. I haven't heard anybody else talking about this, but I do feel like once something comes out that's fairly expensive technology, people start using it, it kind of prices the poorer fishermen out of the market. So like the days of a grandpa driving around with his anchor and no electronics on his Lund boat with a 10-horse motor and catching walleyes, it just gets more and more difficult for that kind of a person to really catch walleyes. And so as we get more and more technology, it's like you kind of have to have it if you want to keep up and catch as many fish or more fish than everybody else. So in that regard, it is kind of sad to see that happen. But obviously, once the technology's there, everybody's going to use it because they want that advantage. Should it be banned? You know, I don't think so. We'll all be buying it someday.
No.
No.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
No.
No, I don't think banned. I think, you know, it's a tool that's out there, and so how you use the tool is a big key. Do I think tournaments should use them? Maybe not. You know, I guess there's a whole lot to be said about that. But as far as the average fisherman, I think it's just important to educate people on how to keep ecosystems healthy.
I agree. I agree with Emily. I really think that education in this topic is important. I think responsible use is important. I really think people should utilize this tool as more of a learning tool, more than a crutch, right? I really think that having active sonar really helps speed up your fishing process. You can tell what fish are doing, reacting to your bait, but I really don't think it's necessary the whole time you're fishing, right? So honestly, I don't think a full ban. I really agree with the tournament. You know, tournaments are to separate really good anglers and great anglers. So if they need that crutch, I really don't think that I don't think it's a tournament thing. General fishing use, I think it's a great learning tool. You can learn a lot from it. So I think it has its place.
Absolutely not. And here's why. I use it as a tool. So if you think about all the other technology in this world, we're on top of the ice. We don't know what's below. So no, I think there's a lot of benefits to forward-facing sonar.
No. In my personal opinion, I think that everything's a tool. If people can be responsible with it, there's no reason that we need to ban it.
No, the regulations should be changed for what people can keep.
Definitely not.
All right.
No, it's a tool.
I am not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yes. I'm not
All right,
a fan.
we'll just leave it at that, huh?
Yes.